Hey, and welcome to another episode of 24/7 Quicksilver, formerly known as Article 1, Section 10. And thanks again for tuning in. I'm your host, the one and only Darren L. And again, I want to let you know I appreciate you subscribing, liking the video, and sharing. Please share, please like, please subscribe. I've sent this out to family and friends, and I want to build this up to share this information. And again, the reason that this channel was called Article 1, Section 10, because in the Constitution, Article 1, Section 10 states, okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I will read most of it. No state shall enter into any treaty, alliance, confederation, grant letters of marque and appraisal, coin money, emit bills of credit, make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debts. Now there's more to it, but I'm not going to read that. So what we know as tender is like this $2 bill here, our $2 debt note, okay, fiat currency, which used to be backed by a silver certificate, which you could take and get 1 ounce of silver. So $1 would get you 1 ounce of silver, okay? And if you had 50, then you would get 50 ounces of silver, okay? But now, this is not worth this anymore. But according to the Constitution, it says gold and silver in tender payment of debts. All right, so what I have for us today is the 12 states that do accept and roll with the Constitution, okay, that you should have gold and silver, okay. Here is a gold back. There are several states now that do these gold backs. Utah, Nevada, where I live, and New Hampshire. So these gold backs are available for everyone to have, and everybody should have. They're not expensive at all. All right, so I want to go over the 12 states that accept gold and silver as legal tender. Now, I mentioned Utah gold back. Utah happened to be one of the first states that went back to the Constitution, constitutional money, okay? Utah was the first to recognize gold and silver as legal tender once again, all right? Next on the list is Louisiana. Louisiana recognized that the use of gold and silver in transactions and exempted from state taxes. So if you paid something in gold and silver, exempt from state tax. If you buy gold and silver, it's exempt from state taxes. Virginia passed measures to consider gold and silver legal tender and is doing a study on metallic-based monetary system. Now, I read a little bit about that. Very, very interesting. They want to have some type of like ATM, right, where you have a certain amount of gold or silver, and then you could use that in exchange. So that's very cool. Virginia. Arizona, next up, enacted laws that recognized gold and silver as legal tender and eliminated them from capital gains taxes. So Arizona, recognizing the Constitution and gold and silver. Kansas is next, removed sales tax on transactions involving gold and silver. Kansas. Next up, Oklahoma recognized U.S. minted gold and silver coins as legal tender, just like these silver eagles, okay? The American silver eagles, okay? This is what they're referring to. Also eliminated them from capital gains tax. And I have a star next to Texas, right? Why? Because not only did Texas recognize gold and silver coins as legal tender, it also has established a state gold depository. So if you're in Texas, you should be definitely getting gold and silver. Texas recognizes the Constitution, right? Missouri, let's go next to Indiana. Exempts certain gold and silver coins from property taxes. I can almost guarantee you that it is the ones minted in the US is probably the same thing. I didn't read the whole entire thing, but okay, that's the gist of it. Missouri, exempt from sales tax, okay? So if you purchase gold and silver in Missouri, you're not paying sales tax on this. So this is a great way to save, right? Put your money into gold and silver. South Carolina has made it legal tender in South Carolina, okay? Legal tender, exempt from sales tax. Tennessee is working on legislation to do the same thing. Wyoming, exempt from sales tax and recognizes as legal tender. Now these 12 states are, we're doing what they should. And if you live in any of these states, or any state here in the US or around the world, wherever you might be watching this, you should have gold and silver in your possession. I've read that 6% of your income you should save in gold and silver coin. Now I don't know what 6% of your income is, but that could be, $5,000. It could be $1,000. But it would not be bad to have $1,000 of gold and silver in your possession, okay? And I understand people love Bitcoin, and it's good to buy Bitcoin if you buy Bitcoin. But after you've got your, money, you might want to take something that you can hold and possess. You cannot hold and possess a Bitcoin, unfortunately. I could take this and I could put this in my pocket, okay? Which I always carry some in my pocket. Now, you should have some gold and silver on you all the time. It's in the Constitution. So, the point is, it's very easy to acquire gold and silver. I would suggest going to highhosilver.me/autowealth today and subscribing to receive silver monthly, whether it's 1 coin, 2 coins, whether it's 3 coins, whether it's 4 coins a month, however many, you should get you some silver and some gold and put it into your possession, okay? And I understand, it's like, oh, well, why? I don't want to stack all this. Listen, this is your money, okay? So get it. It states it right here in the Constitution. Gold and silver coin in payment, as legal as tender in payment of debts. Legal tender. They recognize it as legal tender. All of these places are right now, and there should be more. I mean, I'm here in Nevada now. Just because we're not here on the board, I'm sure that if somebody wanted to trade, if I had enough silver or gold on me, and somebody wanted to trade, I could find somebody to do that. So, again, I'm not an economist, but I do recognize what's going on in the economy. And right now, you're buying low. You're buying real low. $30, $35, $40 for an ounce of silver is low, way undervalued, okay? So, highhosilver.me/autowealth. You can go to my site, you can you can shop there, you can, I would sign up as either a wealth ambassador or a preferred customer. Wealth ambassador will essentially could get you silver and gold for free, okay? And what's the matter with essentially getting it for free? Just putting in the time and the work and the effort to show other people how you should be purchasing gold and silver, essentially free. Or you could just be a preferred customer and have gold and silver shipped directly to your home. But today, go to highwholesilver.me/auto-wealth and sign up today. And I appreciate your time. And please like, subscribe, follow, okay? Share this information. It's very easy to do. I hope you listened to the whole message, and I hope it helped you. Look this information up. See what your state, says about gold and silver. Comment below if you're from one of these states and you learned something today. Leave a comment, leave a like, please. I'd love to hear back from you. Thanks again for tuning in. Darren L. out.